Alright, Curious Hound fans, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to start a little series of how-to videos here, and it's going to be based on this new truck I bought. Brand spanking new. Not. So, the idea came to me that, you know, a lot of people, they'll either shy away from buying an older vehicle, or they'll go ahead and buy an older vehicle that's lived the rough life and has had several owners before and all kinds of repairs and things done over the years, and have no idea where to start and how to take care of it and how to get into the truck and get it up to your standards. So I think as I go through that process with this truck and making it what I believe is going to be a very reliable truck for me, although maybe not cosmetically beautiful, I'll do a series of videos here of my discoveries and repairs and things that I do to this truck. So I just bought this a few days ago. I just got the idea yesterday, so I've already started digging into things a little bit. This is a 2002 F250 Super Duty. That much I'm sure of. It's got 7.3 liter power stroke, turbocharged, and I believe intercooled. And let's see, the axle on the rear end's got a 373 gears, limited slip, and it's been through the ringer. The original owners was a landscaping company here in South Carolina, and I believe they used and abused it as far as they could, and once it got to where they didn't feel like they wanted to put any more time and money into it, and especially due to a little accident it had, they sold it. So another man bought it at auction, and he got it, and he replaced the hood, the front driver's side fender, the driver's side headlight, turn signal assembly, and the front bumper. He put a new alternator on it, and I'm not sure he did a whole lot of anything else. I hope you can hear me all right. I wasn't going to start it. Let me go back to walking around the truck. You can see there's dents. Most of the logo is still on the driver's door. The tires, I'll have to do this on the sunny side so you give her a better idea. But these are almost homemade racing slicks on their way to becoming Maypop. This bed, which I didn't realize at first, it looked to me like the original bed. But some friends on the rangerstation.com noticed that they thought it looked like a newer bed. And sure enough, it is. And I can tell that. One of the biggest ways I can tell is here at the fuel door. We not only have a filler neck for the diesel fuel, but we have a filler neck hole where the filler neck for the DEF fluid would have been. That's a relatively new thing by the EPA. You put this DEF fluid, which is urea based, and it gets injected into the exhaust and is supposed to do something as far as the emissions goes. Here, this is probably the best tire on it. That's not horrible. I might keep that one for a spare, except I don't have a fifth rim yet. I'm hoping to take this tomorrow or the next day and get new tires put in. The frame and the body are in excellent shape other than the dents. I don't mind the dents so much, I just don't like rust. And originally I was saying it's pretty well rust free, but I kept forgetting that I did see that the roof shows signs of rust. I probably got parked under pine trees and oak trees a lot, and the sap that drips off them is horrible for paint. So the headliner is coming apart. It's really bad in the back. But I bought it. It was about an hour and a 45-minute drive down there, almost 2 hours. And I drove my F-150 and took the 20-foot car trailer. And when I got there and decided to buy this, I went ahead and put the F-150 on the trailer, and I towed it home with this without even any trailer brakes. The brakes were fine, did great, but the electrical connector has been ripped off the back, so I couldn't hook up the trailer electrically. You can hear it sounds like it's running pretty good, but it's a little cold-natured. It seems to have a little bit of a miss or a skip when it first starts up, but I think it's warmed up and settled down now. Let's give it a rev and see what it sounds like. Now, still sounds like a little bit there. I wasn't going to start it initially. You can see we got about 268, almost 269,000 miles. So that's not horrible for a 21-year-old truck. Monday. Today's Tuesday. So yeah, yesterday morning, when I came out to start it, to move it onto the driveway so that I could mow the grass, I had no odometer display and the overdrive light was flashing. So I thought, what in the world was that all about? But so I came out here now and I decided to turn the key on, and I didn't see those symptoms, and I saw the odometer light up. So I started it to see what it did, and it looks okay at the moment. But I think that corresponded to me starting to dig into wiring. I wanted to remove their cheap trailer brake controller that they had on it, and also this toggle switch for something or another had been mounted on the dash here, and I dug into that and found out the wires just dead-ended. Sorry, I'm not filming this well, am I? They ended over there on the passenger side under the carpet. I got to put the carpet back down, but that'll just take a minute. So I got that out of the way, but I was tugging at wires under the dash by the fuse block here and found stuff, you know, like some kind of fuel pump relay, and almost thought that felt hot there a second. Fuse for that, no, that fuse, that says Kurt, as if it's another trailer wiring thing, but the trailer wire or brake controller harness was plugged into the OEM plug, which is back in here just to the right of this steering wheel area under the bottom of the dash. So I don't know what this other is, but you see I've got wiring issues to deal with. I got new tires. Battery cables are not in great shape. I'm not real happy with some of the battery wiring. You can see some of that. I'm eventually going to get all that cleaned up. Oh, this is another wire. This red wire over here goes through the firewall, where the speaker wire from that double pole switch came through. And that wire just terminated in there, was laying up under the floor. So I followed it over here to the driver's side and found this fuse holder, found this splice that is no longer very insulated with tape. And the thing is still connected to a fairly large power wire down here. So that was not very good. That could have sorted out with something. I've removed the fuse, but I'll remove the rest of that as we go through this series of videos. I'll be cleaning all this stuff up. I've checked fluids yet. I haven't changed any fluids. So we're going to do an oil change on this. Probably even do a coolant replacement, and I want to replace the oil in the differential, take the cover off and inspect the gears. think the differential's all right though. It's driving all right, and while I was up under it before I bought it, I tried to wiggle the pinion. I didn't feel any play in the pinion bearings, no leak from the pinion seal. The U-joints on the drive shaft seem okay. The carrier bearing in the middle of the drive shaft seems okay. I do have an exhaust leak. Right there. The pipe's not even connected, and it's about 2 1/4 inches short. I don't know how that happened. I can't pull the muffler and the tailpipe any further forward because it'll hit the shock back there. So I don't know how that ended up short like that, but I'll get a piece of pipe welded in there to make that the right length and close it up. And what else? I've been coming up with a laundry list of things. Oh, the man that bought it, the second owner, he replaced the seats. So it originally had bench seats, probably the cheap ones, because this was just a bare bones work truck model. You'll notice manual windows, manual door locks. Really the only luxury in it is plain AM/FM radio and air conditioning. And and cruise control. Yeah, we need to do something with steering wheel too. So we put a real nice back seat in it, like a 60/40 or 70/30 split back seat. And I'm going to fix this side up real nice for the dog to ride. So I think that's about it. I don't know if I mentioned, oh yeah, over here by the alternator, I believe there's a fuel leak somewhere here around the fuel filter. I think the fuel filter is all here. It's called the high pressure oil pump. I learned that. But I don't think it's pumping oil. I think that's for the fuel system. Anyways, all this stuff that looks kind of clean, I sprayed this spray cleaner the other day. It was really, really pumped up. Fresh and wet. So something here is leaking, and I'm going to have to figure that out. It's not a major thing, but it bugs me and it makes a mess. So, in fact, one of these battery connectors will be loose. I don't know, one of them somewhere. The air filter's a mess. So follow along on my adventure as we get this truck backed up to operational standards. Somebody remarked that it's awful long, like an aircraft carrier, so I'm kind of nicknaming it the USS Benterprise CVN F-250. And I think that's about it for today for the introductory video. Here you can see what's left of the trailer wiring back here. Previously, the man I bought it from said he had a 7-pin plug in here, and it got ripped off somehow when he dropped into a ditch the other day, or a couple weeks ago. The bracket doesn't look that bad, so I'm not sure if I really buy that story. But oh yeah, and the hole for the trailer hitch pin is wallowed out really bad, so we're gonna have to do something about that. I don't know if I'll get a whole new trailer hitch or if I'll just replace the square tube on there and make that right again. So come along on my journey while we resurrect an old abused vehicle, and you'll learn some things about vehicle maintenance in the process. This will be some good how-tos for everybody. Thanks for watching.